and I felt like they were talking to me, but from far away I just heard murmurs. It was the nurses, my relatives, my friends who were coming to talk to me. When I was all intubated, I had a tube in my head, I had a tube in my mouth, I was already on the other side. I don't know what happened to me. God touched my heart and said it was my time. How are you?
My name is Fady. You're on the air. I want to hear you. What happened to you?
Well, yeah. What happened to me is that on November 9th, I had an accident. I have a motorcycle, I have a Honda Tornado 250, and well, I went out, I wasn't in my right mind, and a bike hit me. I crashed into a guy on a bike and fell onto the pavement. I was wearing a helmet and still I got hit really hard. I blacked out, and that's it. I was on another plane. I was in a coma for 8 days.
Bah.
Yeah, 8 days last Sunday, this Sunday, the one before they discharged me. I'm already at home. Thank God I have no after effects. I wasn't left with any after effects at all. That's why I tell you God exists. God gave me another chance. And yeah, they were all different planes that I experienced, dreams. I remember everything clearly. I'm not sure if giving testimony helps me.
I know if I...
Above all,
I want to know, while you were in a coma, while you were unconscious, hospitalized, what do you remember about that? Where did you go?
I remember that day I went into a house. There was a guy named Nico who I don't know was my guardian angel, because we went into a house and he was with 3 other guys and I couldn't talk. I remember that I wanted to talk and I couldn't. And the guys, they were saying, get him out because he's going to cause you trouble. Get him out of here because he's going to cause you trouble. And every time he came close to me, he put his hand on me and it was like a relief and they moved away. He was like an angel. Look at this. Well, that happened to me for a long time while I was in that house, then it passed. I mean, the craziest thing of all, the most, let's say, the farthest from reality, it was that I was in a hallway, because I'm telling you, I mean, I know I'm a good guy, I've never done anything to, I mean, everyone has their sins, right? But for me, it was the closest thing to hell I've ever experienced, Hector, because I was in a red hallway, everything was red with people, with wings and happy faces. And I was floating in the middle of the hallway, and they were saying, grab him, don't let him go. That's what they said to me. They said that to you, and I felt like I had soap on my arms, so when they grabbed me, they slipped off. And then I reached a light and entered a reality that wasn't the reality where I was. I mean, it all got mixed up for me. All the nurses were there, and supposedly I was in an illegal pharmacy, hospitalized, and everything was shady because the nurses were enslaved, taking care of me and all the patients, and it was all, let's say, I don't know, like how it is in my neighborhood, which is all, I mean, I live in a kind of shady neighborhood, let's say.
Huge.
Of course, you know what I mean? It was like it was another reality with different faces. And, you know, everything was illegal, everything was underground, and well, and I woke up thinking I was in an underground pharmacy, hospitalized, but I was actually in the hospital. Nothing like that, because I was in the hospital. Here I'm from Tandil, I was in the hospital, and it was such a relief to finally see my mom. I followed that light because, I mean, in that dream I would fall asleep and go back to the red hallway, and in the red hallway I wanted to reach a light, and I felt like people were talking to me, but from far away I heard murmurs. They were the nurses, my relatives, my friends, who would talk to me when I was all intubated. I had a tube in my head, I had a tube in my mouth, I was over there on the other side. I don't know what happened to me, I don't know. God touched my heart and said it was my time. I dreamed about him again, about the red hallway. I dreamed again about all those faces, those ugly entities, and that was it. And I got to a light, let's say the white light that I didn't want to reach, and I would go back, I would go and come back, because they say the white light is the end. Of course,
The crusade.